Why is that? Is that because boards or shareholders are too finance and return focused and don't think enough about product as being at the heart of value? Is it because a certain kind of skill is cultivated? Why is that? Why is that a problem in the C-suite?
I think there might be too many MBAs running companies.
Should every Indian do an MBA? It's a very interesting question and a question that I've been thinking since a very long period of time. I had recently made videos around is MBA dead in 2022 and is MBA really needed to do a startup? And that meant that I think about really interesting questions such as should every Indian do an MBA? Hi, if you're new to my channel, I talk about all things consulting, MBA and personal finance, and I'm on a chai break, so feel free to hit on the subscribe and the notification button so that you get notified every time I'm putting out content. And off late, I've been doing that almost on a daily basis. I hope I can maintain this rhythm for all of your learning. So to answer this question, I'm largely looking at two decision metrics, right? So let's find how should we think about the decision, and this could actually teach you how to take decisions also, at least in the career space. And then let's arrive at the answer. So I'm going to be looking at two parameters. Let's start with the first parameter, which is about career growth and career stagnation, etc. So within career, I think there are two parameters also I look at. One is around your salary or the stipend that you get, and second is around specific work jobs that you want. So let's first talk about salary. If you are on a step curve, right, which is a rising curve, and or even if you're on a linear curve, then you are fairly sorted in life, right? Because then you are not having an external need to do an MBA. MBA typically is done to either pivot into a new sector or really accelerate into a new salary. It could be a both, right? It could be an intersection function as well, which is kudos to you. You kind of achieved both, or it could be one of these two as well, right? So that's first thing. Are you someone who is stuck with the salary, who is not able to grow financially, right? That's point number one. Point number two, at least in terms of career, you could also talk about sectors, right? So for example, I was very sure that I wanted to get into McKinsey, BCG or Bain. Actually, Bain was not really a choice because it's in private sector. I wanted to be at the intersection of public and private sector. Bain is into private equity, at least in terms of due diligence, but coming back, right? That means that it is not the salary that I really yearned after. It was a sector that I really associated with. I wanted to join McKinsey, BCG, and largely that was my goal. And I was not able to jump from one side to the other without an MBA, for example, and hence for me, MBA made sense. So if you are also not able to jump to a new sector without a formal degree, right, then for example, MBA may make sense for you. And the third is around the network and the peer group. If you're really stuck with the kind of peer group you have in your work ecosystem, if people are becoming toxic and you don't relate to your undergrad friends anymore, then many a time just to find new, different, diverse, international people, then people also do an MBA. That let me just get a new set of peer group, new set of alumni that I can be friends and I can give to them and they can also take from me throughout my life. So in your career bucket, right, largely these are the three reasons that many a times I would advise for you to do an MBA. But there is a second part of the equation. Remember I said there are two levers. One is around career and the second is around opportunity cost. Hypothetically, for example, the degree of Ivy Leagues here in US costs more than 1 crore. It could reach up to 1.3 to 1.5 crores. I have friends who are studying here at Harvard Business School. I have friends who have gone to Wharton as well. And with the loan that they had to take, they were taking somewhere around 1.3 to 1.4 crores. Of course, there is a high likelihood if you're studying at Ivy Leagues, then you will get a job here in US. So you will earn in dollars, and in 4 to 5 years of time span, you should be good to go, at least in getting over that debt. But there is an opportunity cost involved, right? That 1.5 crore could have gone into the stock market. That 1.5 crore could have led you to start your own business, etc., right? So many a times we only see the asset part of the equation, right? We are not seeing what is the opportunity cost of this. If I put this money somewhere else, I'm always an advocate when it comes to investing, invest in your skills first. Invest in your career first, right? But there has to be a threshold to it as well. I'll be very candid. I don't think I will ever be able to justify to my own self taking a degree for a crore. This answer may work for others. This answer has beautifully worked for my friends as well. But I, on a personal level, coming from a middle class family, could not just ever justify taking a loan more than a crore to just either pivot into a new sector / geography, or to get a new higher salary, or to just meet, greet and party with new people. Which almost brings us towards the final answer of this question. MBA teaches us a great deal of a lot of interesting things, such as finance, such as statistics, such as marketing, such as digital disruption, such as negotiation and communication, so on and so forth. And I also believe that many people are not just working in business domain, they are working in public sector, public policy, or they could be scientists as well. But I also think that certain skills that an MBA teaches you comes in really very handy for you to get a promotion or advance your career, just advance on the soft skills as well. And hence my answer is that these skills are very important, and especially you should do an MBA if you fit into one of these three or two of these three career parameters that I talked about, and the opportunity cost for you is not extremely massive. And that's my answer. I think every Indian should do an MBA if they fit into all of these three categories or one of these three categories. And many a times I got a great deal from ISB MBA. I went for an exchange at Harvard. I got BCG, and I also got a chance to actually start my own venture. But I till date don't know why did I learn credit and debit entries through financial accounting at ISB. It was a waste of time and it gave me a lot of stress. There's so many chartered accountants in this country. Managerial accounting makes sense to me, but financial accounting, no. That's one particular subject at least I found, to be brutally honest and sharing my views, to be an absolute time waste. But largely otherwise everything else made sense. ISB Hyderabad, the curriculum is still updated. Most of the Indian MBA's curriculum is just, many times, sorry to say, it's not even updated. They're just teaching curriculum which was 200 year or whatnot years ago. Which brings me towards the end of this video. If you need more help with an alternative to an international MBA, feel free to check out my education venture called globalgovernance-initiative.org. And like always, I'm on a chai break. If you like what I had to discuss in this video, feel free to give it a like, click on the like button and share it with your friends and family so that they get to know about all these cool things. With that, stay happy, stay healthy and be kind. I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.